how to be a player that everyone wants to play with. I've had a chance to play with many players through running games in public and jumping in with many an online group. Here are some common elements of players that I really enjoyed playing with that you can use to be the teammate that everyone wants to have. The easy one: bring snacks. This isn't a free pass for you to do whatever you want in the game because you brought some food, but if you're showing up to a new group or a new place, it doesn't hurt. If you know who's gonna be involved, it might be good to ask if anyone's allergic to anything, because it would kind of suck if you brought trail mix to a group where someone has a horrible peanut allergy. Be on time and ready. The session starts at 6. Be there at 6. Be there a little early if you can. If it's someone's house, see if they mind if you show up 5 to 10 minutes early. Offer to help set up. These are little things that can help the session start so much smoother. At minimum though, show up when you're expected to be there. If you needed to make a character or level up, take care of those things before the game so you don't hold everyone else up. Because time is limited and we want to spend as much time as possible playing together. This extends to your turn in combat or roleplay as well. Consider the possibilities so you'll be prepared to be decisive when you need to be. Listen to your teammates. I get it. It can be hard when you have to be ready for your turn too. You've got a lot of stuff to take care of, but listening is huge when you're a team, a group, and you presumably are or will be friends. So listen, because they're giving you crucial information on how they play, so you can learn how to best play with them and their characters. Also, if you're struggling with what to do next, sometimes seeing what your teammate does can give you inspiration. As an extension of listening, enjoy what your teammates are doing. Whether you see your characters as being the Fellowship, a ragtag group of space cowboys, or the next legendary Jedi Masters, remember that you're both a participant and a spectator. You play your character, who's in the action, but you as a person are also at the table with a front row seat. It's like getting the chance to watch your favorite movie unfold, while also being one of the main characters. When you switch out of character to being a viewer of your teammates or the story at large, allow yourself to enjoy the ride, and your teammates will appreciate it too. Respect the characters and the players. There are plenty of things that we see in media that we wish we could act out. Stuff like witty banter that may involve insults back and forth, throwing a teammate across a gap, or even a heart-wrenching betrayal. But remember that we're essentially writing this tale together through our roleplay. So if you have an idea that involves someone else, make sure that they're okay with it too. There are plenty of things that we might be chill with that others might not be, and we should respect that. Whether it's something towards the character, towards the player, or both. For example, I'm all about the comedy, but there's a time and a place. And if I have a tearful death scene and someone interjects with a bad fart joke, I might have a problem with that. If the fart joke's a really good one, it might be okay. But in that situation, it'd have to be a great one. Otherwise, I'd feel really disrespected. So read the room and make sure that what you want to do is in line with the expectations and themes of the game and the moment. If you have an idea that could make someone seem or feel less than, make sure you express the idea and ask before you do it, so that you as a player are not forcing someone to be in a situation that they don't want to be in. Case in point, let's say that you have an idea. You want to use your spellcasting to turn the tides of battle. Another player wants to polymorph you into a T-Rex, which is pretty cool, but if they did that right before your turn, then all of a sudden all your planning, all your thinking is gone as you become a T-Rex. Sure, they had a cool idea, but your idea might have been cool too, and just a little bit of discussion would have been fine to say, hey, you know what? I do want to be T-Rex. Or, hey, can we hold off on that because I have an idea. Now, by extension, respect what people want to do with their characters on their own. If it infringes upon you and your character, by all means voice that. But if they make what you feel is a suboptimal move, you don't have to correct or side-eye that. It might be in line with how their character acts and behaves. One of the most frustrating things I'd see as a GM in my public games was when a player would insult someone else for their play, because it seemed suboptimal in their eyes, or when someone would tell someone else how to play their character unsolicited. I'd have to check that as a GM to make sure that doesn't keep happening. So please don't do that to your teammates. If they ask for help or advice or seem lost, then by all means ask if they want help with something. But otherwise, leave the backseating out of it. You wouldn't want someone else playing your character on your turn, right? So those are my 4 tips on how to be the player that everyone wants to play with, just based on people that I've enjoyed playing with immensely. If you enjoyed that or would like some more tips, let me know in the comments. Drop a like, subscribe, it really helps me out. But otherwise, until next time, wherever you are, whenever it happens to be, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening.